What is up? Back with the first video I've made in about 3 years. I just felt like getting back after it, so why not? I went to a couple banks, didn't have any sealed boxes or anything, but I opened this one up and it is circulated. There's actually a couple of older mint mark coins here too, so we should get some old stuff in there. The other one they gave me is a bag. Basically, it's a smaller bank. They hand roll all their returns and stuff, so rather than taking a box they had already rolled, I offered to take a bag. They did say that they don't have any collectors return stuff that they know of. Just because they hand roll them and the collectors know, I'm not returning it to a bank that hand rolls their coins because that's just rude. So I'm gonna get into this. I don't know how many rolls we're gonna do to start here, but I know I'm gonna have some fun hunting. I also got a little hunting mat that I made that we'll see how that works out. I'm trying to make something that's kind of a mix between a hunting mat and a challenge mat, so scoring each box of coins that we search. We'll see how it goes. If I like it, I'll make some more and make some tweaks to it. Let's get into it. All right, we'll start with this bag here. Obviously, there's no way for you guys to know I didn't cheat, open this up, anything like that. But I kept it wrapped with their rubber band and their note. I haven't opened it. I haven't seen what's in here yet. They say it's just returns, so it should all be heavily circulated stuff, and they said no one searched it. I will say, first glance, a lot of newer nickels in here. I don't really see anything jumps out really right off the bat that could be silver or anything, but you never know what you're gonna find in here. Just like enders on a roll of nickels, who knows? You never know what's inside it. So I'm gonna grab handfuls and get started. If I have any finds from the 40s or 50s or anything special, I'll bring you back. All right, we have our first find of the hunt. I'm using one of these tubes to grab a handful and try and get a roll so I can actually lay them out like normal instead of just being a pile of them. So as I'm going through it here, got a 1947. It'll focus. And it's Philly, no mint mark. You see this back here, there's a really shiny looking one. You can see it's not a new one because you got the difference in the top there. The hair is very different, facing different directions and everything. So I'm gonna see what we have. Wow, that is a beautiful coin. 1968 Denver. Wow, that looks good. We don't have full steps or anything, but it is a nice shiny looking coin. Very little circulation on that, that's nice. The very next coin in that roll, it was facing this way as the front one right here. I just flipped it over to see a 1948. It does have some damage to it. You can kind of see some swirls, like a circle in there. Maybe it got in a washer or something. I don't know, but it is a 1948. We'll add that to the stack. I kind of have a couple of the newer ones just because I try to keep some. We'll throw those over here and just that one right up top there. We're on roll number 2. We have a third find already. So this will be our third one from the 40s. I kind of did see it as I was dumping it into the roll, so I figured it was in here. Didn't know if it was one of the few coins that I had left over and threw back in the bag. It is a Denver mint mark. So we've got a 1946 Denver. I don't know if it's been cleaned or what. It's got a shine to the high spots. Obviously, not all these are going to be beautiful looking coins, but we got another from the 40s. All right, we got another find here in roll 3. This one here is a 1958 out of Denver. I will check for the D over D mint mark. No, nothing there. But our first 50s find. All right, we are gonna have another find here. I flipped this one back over because I wanna show you what I saw. When I first looked at it, I thought this was a newer one just because while it doesn't have a ton of stairs to it, it does have some pretty crisp lines, honestly, and the lettering looks pretty crisp compared to, like, this is a 64. You can see just how much nicer that Monticello is. This is actually a Denver mint mark, and this is a 1940. Obviously, it's a little bit dirty, but it's actually a really nice looking strike and pretty good condition other than the dirtiness. 1940, there's nothing to check for on it, but it is a nice coin to find. I kind of made a mess of this roll setting it down. I was gonna straighten it up, but what popped out to me was this 1926 Denver mint 2/4. This is my first semi-quincentennial, or I said quarter. This is my first semi-quincentennial nickel. I love the 1776 to 2026. That's so cool. I did actually win a givey for a Privy quarter recently, so I got one of those coming in the mail too. I might have to show that in one of my videos. A little further back in the roll here, and we have a find. This here is a 1942. Just based on looking at it, I don't think it's going to be the silver nickel. They do have a combination of silver and clad in 1942. It's when they switched. This is a Denver mint mark over here. If it was silver, the mint mark would of course be up top. For the 1942 year, there is a D over D, which I will take a look at. And I'm not seeing it. But nice find either way. A little further back in the roll, nice dirty red looking one. This is a 1947 Philly. All right, we're on roll number 5. I'm just looking at the edges. I see a spot I wanted to take a peek at here. And nope, nothing. Still in roll 5 here. We kind of have a series of finds. I did find another 26, this one from Philly, so now I have both a Philly and a Denver. This here is a 1970. It is an S Mint 1970, which I keep all those. I don't know if they're necessarily special, but they are a little harder to find. And then right behind that was a 1954 Denver. There is an over mint mark, a D over S on this one, so we'll give that a look, and we don't have it. But 1954 added to the board. Roll number 6, an early find already. This one here is a 1940. Let's see if this one has a mint mark. I think S is probably the least common one of this year, and looks like we have a Philly. Just 2 coins later, I kind of moved a couple aside. I'm keeping some of, like I said, some of the newer ones I'm keeping aside. I like to have about a roll of each of those if possible. I haven't been keeping a ton of them lately, so I figured I would. But this one I flipped it over and saw, first of all, we have a Denver mint mark. Let me see if I can get that to focus better. We have a Denver mint mark. Let's see if we can get something good. 1946. Again, this one does have a repunch mint mark, which there's something down a little bit southeast of the D here. Let me take a closer look on PCGS and Variety Vista and see if I can get an answer on it. All right, this one here's my coin. This right here is kind of what I was seeing. That'd be maybe if it was a inverted D and maybe that was the round part, maybe it was part of an S. I didn't know. But on this coin in particular, the mint mark would have that little bump on the left side of the D there. So we don't have it, but it's always good to check all of these. Variety Vista doesn't really have repunch mint marks for the Jefferson nickels, but it's great for all sorts of stuff. And then you can always use PCGS, which is what I did here. And just pull up the full-size image, zoom in, and get a better idea on it. All right, we got a really nice one looking at us here, still in roll number 6. It's a really nice looking one. This here is a 1958 from Denver. Nice looking coin. There is an RPM on this one as well. That D looks, I mean, it looks really nice, but it doesn't look like there's anything going on with it. Definitely far from full steps on this one as well, but nice 1950 find. Very back of the roll here, we do have another find. This one here is a 1941 from Denver. Nice. Here we are in roll number 7. Didn't get skunked on this one. We got a 1940 from San Francisco. Oopsies. Yeah, it's really slick, but now we have both a Denver and a San Francisco from 1940. Nice. We're on roll number 8. I thought we were gonna have our first skunk roll. We only got like 6 coins left back here, but we have a 1951. That is from Denver. Not too bad. And then right behind it was another one. This is a 1959. Also from Denver. I know it's extremely unlikely, but this edge up here looks really beat up and a little bit thicker than the ones around it. So just for the sake of it, I wanted to film it in case it might be a buffalo. It's actually a little bit hard to grab because it's smaller than the others too. It is not. It is just a 1964, heavily worn. Maybe it's been in a washer or something. It's got a thick rim to it, but we'll get searching roll number 9. All right, we're into roll number 9 and we're still not been skunked. We have a 1946 from Philly. Again, really slick, but I'll take it. All right, we are on to our 10th and final roll of the hunt. Maybe I'm forever the optimist, but I gotta check this. We haven't found any real goodies yet. Just a 2000. Ugly, ugly looking. So we haven't at this point found any silvers or buffaloes or even liberties. Not that I've ever found one of those in a box, but we've got lots of goodies. Let's see what the 10th roll has for us. We haven't been skunked in a single roll yet, so there should be something in here somewhere. All right, we made it. We did not get skunked. We have a 1952 Jefferson nickel with a Denver mint mark on it. So we didn't get skunked. Let me just give a quick peek through the roll. Honestly, most of this looks newer. I do see a couple D-mint marks on the back, like in here, this one here, but it looks newer. It's gotta be like a 64. Ooh, this is a 56 Denver. It's kind of got some of that, what is it? Annealing, the kind of a woody look to it. I love wheat pennies that have the woody look. Just so cool. There isn't a variety on the Denver mint of this year, so that's just going on the board. All right, we're done with the 10 roll hunt, and it was actually a very good 10 roll hunt. I watched a lot of videos of people doing this stuff. Obviously, most of us do. You're here on this channel. I kind of see people getting this in a box, and I got this in 10 rolls, or 10 handfuls making rolls, I guess. There was actually 11 from the 1940s. There's 3 from 40, 1 from 41, 42, obviously no silvers. Got 3 from 46, 2 from 47, and a 1948. For the Denver mint marks, or for the 50s nickels, we have a 51, a 52, 54, 56, 58, a really nice looking 58, and then a 59 with some damage. I did keep this 1968 D just because it's so nice. We got a 69S and 370Ss. I ended up getting 2 of the Philadelphia 2026 and 2 of the Denver 2026, as well as a handful of, these are for me, I'm keeping right now 19 through 25, just till I get enough that I'm satisfied, and I'll stop keeping them unless I find really nice ones. Thanks for joining me for this hunt. It's been a lot of fun. I'll be doing another 10 rolls, and I look forward to doing more. I kind of want to keep going right now, but it's time for this one to end. Thanks for joining me. Later.